That hurt. Now, for people who want to know why I'm doing that, I've not done politics for a bit, but I figure it needs to be said. Needs to be said that Nigel Farage, a lot of people shag him off. A lot of people call him names and so on, right? And it's up to you. I always say this, it's up to you who you vote for. It's up to you. But the end of the day, he didn't deserve the shit he got. Shag Nigel Farage off. Let's not vote Nigel Farage. Let's vote shit like the Green Party. Oh, that's a different chuckle of face. Shag Nigel Farage off a bit more, tipped over a banana peel. Let's blame it on Nigel Farage. Now, whether you love him, whether you hate him, the amount of shit he gets, I'm not offending him. Rewind back. I already said it's up to you vote for. But the other day, he did not deserve what he got in the House of Commons. I'm guaranteed that bidding him out of your Prime Ministers, your government, your other fucking pieces of shit are shagging him off, having a field day. But at the end of the day, right, correct me if I'm wrong, but who is fucking the country at the moment? Who is liquor fucking this country up at the moment? His name begins with S, and his second name begins with Dick. That's my version of his second name. Keir Starmer. Yep, Keir Starmer is fucking this country up because it was in the House of Commons and all Nigel Farage did was answer the testing. You know, it's the day when you go to the House of Commons and Keir Starmer's got to explain why this isn't been done, why this hasn't been done, and so on. But Keir Starmer avoided the testings as usual, and it was shag you off day. And he does that with every Prime Minister. If the tourist finger, shag them off. Don't what shit job they're doing. But at the end of the day, and you know, see that's Dodd, if you heard that. Even Dodd's getting annoyed. Thank you. Hang on a minute, because Dad did a dickhead to let another one off. No, thank you. Where was that? At the end of the day, I was about to say, if I was rudely interrupted by some dickhead letting rockets off at this time of the month. The Tories are now not in power, and he's still shagging them off of what they've done. That's it. When he was in a committee about it, he was shagging them off what they did. That's there. Well, not that there. They're there when they was in the flipping House of Commons. He's only been in 2 days. See how it's fucking my brain up. See how it's turning my brain into muss. So he's insulting the Tories, and when push comes to shove, let's insult Nigel Farage. The House of Commons, to me, is a joke. It's a circus. And I don't blame Nigel Farage for getting up and walking out. People are now shagging him off for it, but I don't blame him. If I was Nigel Farage and I asked him a question and he'd had to dodge the answer and insult me, and this circus called the House of Commons, I'd walk out. What's the point? But they're too busy arguing and acting like a bunch of kids. The country's going to shit. I say it again. The country is going to shit. So instead of them being adults and growing ups and sorting things out like mature adults do, these are intelligent people. It's like a football match. It's like the cheering for who's going to win football. Seriously, hand on heart. So this is it. These are the intelligent people, right? Say it again. These are the intelligent people, and this is it. I don't blame Nigel Farage. I don't blame him for walking out. He's now getting stick. He got one woman blabbing on, the one who was blabbing on in the House of Commons, shagging him off. She had a moment of fame, shagging him off. But one thing I want to say to this stupid stupid woman, what the fuck was she blabbing on about anyway? Because I wasn't even listening, because it was like Keir Starmer, boring. So at the end of the day, what the fuck was she blabbering on about in the first place? I do not know. What Nigel Farage said made sense to do with the bolts. Remember the thing when he shaked the hands and said one in, one out? What's she doing about it? What? The concept is still on its ass, still on its knees. Taxes are going higher, going up the roof. What is he going to do about it? But it does. Keir Starmer doesn't answer. Avoids the testing like it's an STD. pays insults Nigel Farage. Oh, don't get stuff. Insult Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage made a good point. He made a good point. And the man who's supposed to sort it out, the one who says, no, let's have a bit of fuss, didn't even hold him. And he was testing, saying that Keir Starmer should have ceased to give him the answer to the testing. And he asked, because that's the whole point of that moment of the House of Commons. But don't forget, you're dealing with stew kids here. And he actually said, you can't make him say it. But that's funny, that, because when we had Boris the Dollies, now you know what I think of Boris Johnson. You know, I hated the man, right? So I'm not offending him. You know, I'll say it again. I'm not offending him one way or another. But when Boris Johnson was going on and Keir Starmer paid shit on him, he was made to ask them questions by that man who turned round and said, oh, well, I'm not going to make him say anything. So is it one for one and one for all? And you know I'm not offending Boris Blumbering Johnson because I can't stand the man. But seriously, hand on heart, right? Hand on heart. I don't blame Nigel Farage for walking out. I don't blame him. The fact that this puppet is still ruining, I'll say that again with confidence, ruining the country. Why is he still in power? Why? He was tested a few weeks ago on things he should have done, and as usual, blaming the last party, being the Tories. Excuse me. That is what I think of that. That is what I think of that, because how many fucking times has he got to pay in the last party? Oh, the country's on its knees, paying the last party. The country's turning to shit, paying the last party. Too many unlegal people coming into the country, paying the last party. Oh, we're in debt, paying the last party. Oh, I've got bored doing that now. Let's shag off Nigel Farage because he's higher up in ratings than me. And for these people who voted the Tea Party, why? Why? What is it the Tea Party are going to do? What are going to fucking what? Knock the socks off my feet. What are they going to do? They are worse than Labour, all because they don't want to vote. They don't want to vote for reform. What is wrong with reform? Why is the reform gets to shit? Oh, but they're all for the rich. The Tories, they're not all for the rich. They're all for the rich. Labour, they're not all for the rich. And you want to think the Tea Party is? This dickhead from the Tea Party thinks it's okay for a woman to have an abortion before when the baby is no longer a fetus. It's now a fully grown baby. So that woman don't want a baby. You can now have an abortion, sweet. And the guy who was just a supporter, I know I don't like reporters, asked him that test, and this is the intelligence of the man, by the way. He walked off and told him to piss off, and then had his lapdog do his job for him. This is a man from the Tea Party. He actually told someone to piss off. That's his intelligence. So no, I'm not decided to fault the Tea Party, none. But Nigel Farage, he didn't deserve the shit he got. He didn't, and I don't blame him for walking out. I would have done the exact same thing if I was in the House of Commons, because to me, it's a circus, it's a joke. The government are a joke. Every one of them governments are like kids roaring like a pair of fucking idiots. Might as well go to nursery. See you later.